31 victims of the Chesongoch landslide in Elgeiyo Marakwet were buried today in a solemn ceremony attended by leaders and hundreds of mourners. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen pledged the government's commitment to support the affected families, acknowledging the magnitude of the tragedy. And as Chesongoch now reports, several families are still trapped in grief as they struggle to rebuild their livelihoods, with survivors left nursing deep emotional wounds.
An aura of sorrow under a dark cloud of death that covered St. Maurus ground in Chesongoch, Elgeiyo Marakwet County, where hundreds of mourners gathered for the final journey of 31 victims of a recent deadly landslide in the area. Caskets lay side by side, draped with flowers, in a display illustrative of the aftermath of a disaster too difficult to comprehend. Friends and families, joined by leaders, expressing the magnitude of the tragedy that will mark the history of this community.
Nilipoteza papa ambaye nilikuwa nampenda yeye sana. Huyu baba alikuwa akinisaidia kila wakati kwa mawaidha, na hata nikikosa chochote yeye huwa ananisaidia.
The pain hitting differently for some, like Benjamin Kanda, whose 3 children are still missing. The suspense and lack of closure is overwhelming, he says.
Sasa tumetafuta karibu kila kona, hatujapata. Mimi nasema hivi, hao watu labda walifunika na hii mawe mingi na mchanga.
A heavy downpour disrupted the silence of the night on 31st October this year, causing a deadly landslide that left immeasurable destruction. Faced with the dilemma of identifying the burial site for their loved ones after their homes were swept away by the unforgiving waters, the families resolved to have a joint funeral mass and to bury their kin on the same parcel of land. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen affirmed the government's commitment to support those affected.
Every family wanapewa 200,000 na pesa tayari iko tayari. Pia wale walipelekwa hospitali na wakakuwa injured, kila moja atapata 150,000 for every person who got injured.
His assurance coming amidst calls for a lasting solution to mitigate the impact of climate change.
Tulikuwa kule upande wa Liter 2021. Watu wengi pia walikufa kwa sababu ya shida ya hii ambayo tunaona. Kwa hiyo ni vizuri we get a lasting solution ili hao watu wasiwe wanaangamia kila wakati.
The lasting solution to the menace of landslide in Kerio Valley is not going to be a solution that is easy. It is a solution that will take hard decisions that must be made.
As they lay their loved ones to rest, an important phase of a tragedy that has drawn national attention ends, but for the residents of Chesongoch, a new phase begins, that of rebuilding livelihoods, destroyed homes, and supporting survivors who have been left struggling with deep trauma. Safin Acheng Oma, Citizen TV.